Alright, so up here I'll select the new option and press no on this. Then I'll open up the MSP project file, and then I'll get a save as from this. Down here, select the sync with SharePoint option. Alright, so select the save as option, and then we can try naming the save file to 01-test-beam project planning, and let's see if we can save it here. Alright, and then I can put in the save directory on here as I'll put in our training files folder and then save. Alright, now in order to simplify this, first I'll delete some of these fields. For example, we can start from here, which mainly deals with contractual discussions. We won't need that for now. Now we can keep it as well, but in order to just keep it a bit more reclusive and more organized, I'll delete these all the way down to the foundation parts. Now right click on this and then select delete task option. And let's see. Alright, hit Ctrl Z. Now let's try this once again. So deselect this and then once again right click here and select the delete task option. Alright, Ctrl Z. Now let's do something else. The problem is we have a total here, so I'll select this one individually and then delete it. Alright, and then the construction field itself, because this is all part of the equipment, we can select the construction here, and then let's see, let's move it around. We bring this over here. Alright, and now we want it to be as a subgroup of here. And alright, once again selected, let's go lower and select the workshop equipment, right click and delete task. Then we can select the excavation and delete this one as well. Then the supporting structure estimates, select and delete. And alright, then I can select the construction and delete it. And let's see, hit Ctrl Z because all of them are a subgroup of this. It doesn't allow us. Let's see what options we have here that could come in handy. Let's go down here and open this up. Column, and then we have the wall structure. Then we have the shuttering, and then let's see what else we have here. Then we have the armature and the jack. We also have the unilith and the heating armatures, and well, some of these we don't find necessary, but some else could come in handy. Alright, and so after that we have the predecessors and the successors columns. Let me just go over to the resource tab and open up the resource leveling, put this on automatic, and here I'll select all. And then we can go over to the tasks tab, and this is already set on auto schedule, so I'll save the file up to this point. Now I can create some parameters for the elements, but we're going to talk about it in a more general sense right now, so let's not get into too much details. So I'll go over here to the right and name this one text 9 because the last one was text 10. Now let's see if we have the text 9. Yes, it's down here. Alright, so then I'll open up the notepad and minimize it, and then I can open up both the windows and put them next to each other. I'll bring this one over here, and then I'll put this one over here. And then I'm just going to show some examples so you'll know how to work with the rest of them and figure that out and on your own. So for example, here we have the planting of the foundation and the mapping. Now we also have the armature of the foundation, but we don't need that, but you can do it on yourselves. And then the molding we won't need, but we will work on the concrete placing. Now the concrete placing is parallel to the foundation, so I'll copy the name so I can have it, and then I'll paste it in the notepad. and text number 9 is over here. So for the name, I'll go with FO, and I'll make sure to write that next to the foundation concrete work. But the notepad itself is just an assist for us. So enter here, and so this one's fine for now, but I think we'll need the braces, so let's see if we can find them later on. But next we have the placing of the concrete for the supporting wall and floor columns. Now this is for the lower levels and the underground levels, but now we want to discuss the main topics. Then we have the armatures here and the concrete work. Now we can define this as our main source, and so we can copy it using Ctrl+C and then pasting it in the notepad. And I can also name it CO-1 as an example. Alright, so then I'll go to this column and then writing CO-1 here and assigning it that as well. Alright, then we have the jack and the molding, then the armatures and the molding, and the placing of the joists and the unilith for the ceiling. Now I can select the last one that I mentioned, then copy it and then paste it in Notepad as our next element. And for the name of this one, we can go with something such as J-1. Alright, and then we have to make sure to paste that in the task sheet as well, right here in this field. Alright, then we have the concrete work of the ceiling, and then, well, this one says the armature and the unilith. I think we already selected this one. Let's just check it. I think this is for the first floor. And then after that, we have the thermal armature, and then the molding of the beams, and then the placing of the joists and the unilith. Alright, and then this concrete work here includes all of the beams and the joist works as well. So I'll select this one and then put it as our next item in the notepad. And for the name of it, we can go with B1. Alright, B-1. There we go. Now we just have to scroll through the menu to find the column and then type in B-1 here as well. Alright, so let me just save this up to this point, and then let's just run a quick test here just so we learn the whole procedure, and then when